Hello and welcome to the Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio. And today we have a very nice and talented people here in Victoria, BC. Studio theater Gerdan. Hello guys, welcome to Victoria, BC and to the Radio Nash Голос. Thank you for joining the studio today.
Hello, thank you so much for having us.
Hi. Should we tell you our names?
Yes, of course, it would be nice.
So I'm Pavlo.
I'm Yulia.
I'm Anton.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Anton also. So what are you actually doing in your studio? Are you dancing, or you playing the instrument, or you singing, or you just doing everything?
So that's actually a complicated question, but our job is to sing folk songs. So we are singing, but also we're theater. So we also act. We're not only singing, so we're acting.
What's your background, guys? Because I heard that your studio, not everyone is a professional musician, but you have different background. Can you tell me something about your background?
As for me, I joined the theater when I was 9, so I can say that my background is my theater, because here I was taught how to sing, how to act, how to do everything. I played violin, but it was so long ago that I don't think that it really helped me, maybe a little bit. So I'm not a professional musician. I just love to sing. I love all that we are doing here. So that's why.
To be honest, no one in our theater is professional musician. So I guess half of people in theaters, we have just music school. But as for our occupations, I'm chemist. Yulia is top manager. Anton is surgeon, and so on. We have people in marketing. We have other doctors, and so on. So it's true. But since all three of us, we joined theater when we were like 8, 9, and 8 years old. So we had that studio, and every weekend we had our rehearsals. So we gained our, I would say acting degree or like performance degree during that time. Yes, for sure. And it was a big honor for us to have such like lessons and to know how to do everything that we do on the stage correctly.
Your studio has a very extraordinary name, Gerdan. So what does it actually mean? Can you explain us?
Okay, so Gerdan is traditional, like a necklace made of bats. And it's very colorful with different ornament. So it's traditional for Bukovina region. And as it has many different beds and it become one beautiful thing, like our theater, we are very different and we have different traditions.
Generally, Gerdan is that men's jewelry that you will have a chance to see this item when I hope you will see our performance this day. So that's our jewelry. I can show you maybe how I told. That's men's jewelry. That's mine. It's pretty old one. It's needed to be reconstruction. It's needed reconstruction, but that's it's original traditional jewelry for men's, but not only actually. Women also could wear this, but it should be much smaller and not so wide like this one.
As you have such a big connection to the Ukrainian tradition, how do you describe your team? Do you describe yourself like the folk musician or like a modern folk?
I guess modern folk is a nice combination because, of course, we try to connect ourselves to history and we try to talk about the historical events that happen in Ukraine, but also the history is cyclic. So a lot of actions that were going like 100, 200 years ago, they are still happening in Ukraine. And because of that, we are kind of trying to say that it didn't actually change, and we should remember about the things that happened, to firstly not to do the same mistakes nowadays, and secondly to honor our people who were so brave, to they protected our homeland, they gave up their lives for their homeland, and the very same thing is happening right now. So we should honor this, we should keep it in memory. But as for the other part of us, we do not only sing some siege riflemen and partisan songs, but we also try to be optimistic. So we have modern arrangements about some older Ukrainian songs and even some new songs. So we try to combine everything so that it can be gripping, fascinating for audience. And yeah, that's actually what we do.
I wanted to say that I pretty disagree with Paulo's first sentence, because generally we used to have traditional folk songs in our repertoire. But now our head, Anastasia, she generates modern folk music with new rhythms, and the case of that is that we should do something new, because our teenagers and young generation of Ukraine, they should listen this music, but with new rhythms, so that they could like this music. That's why we we upgrade our repertoire with that rhythmic songs.
Who's writing the song for you, or making the musical arrangement of the song?
So this is traditional Ukrainian songs. Some of them are 100 years old, some of them are pre-Christian, and as Anton told, now our head of our team, Anastasia Kostyuk, she have made the most beautiful and the best arrangements for our team.
What's the last and the best song what you recommend to listen?
Have you heard our song that we just was singing in the metro, and now it's so popular in the internet? We were going to that meeting in Toronto on the 24th of February. So now it have more than 1.5 billion million.
Not yet.
Yes, not yet. In the future. And a lot of likes. So we recommend it. Highly recommend it to you.
This song. Thank you, Yulia.
Sorry.
I hope we record that. Okay. This song calls "Поза ночі." So we sincerely recommend you to find this song on our websites, on our pages, in our social media, Instagram, Facebook, some stuff like that.
Поза ночі, верталися хлопці з ночі. Поза ночі, верталися хлопці з ночі. Не їм буде, я не сплю ночі, а в цьому винен лише ти.
Yeah, I have another question for you. A couple times you already mentioned about the war in Ukraine. What did it change in your inspiration, in your repertoire?
Honestly, it pretty much changed everything, because 5 of our members of our theater, who are not professional military soldiers, who are just one of them is actor, one of them is doctor, and so on. So they just had to go to protect their country again. And even now we have only 5 guys in this tour, because simply they are defending us right now. So it changed a lot, and now the realization of the songs we are singing, it's even more heartful, and it's even more clearer. So of course now we not only connect the words and the meaning of our songs to history, but also to very close people for us. And it's always very touching, and it always, makes you very proud for the people, you know.
Pasha were talking about our guys, that members that are just regular guys, that even during this interview, they are still protecting us on the front line. So that puts a huge impact on us. But we realize that we shouldn't be so sad. We should be brave because of them. We couldn't allow us to forget them. We couldn't allow us to not helping them. So yeah.
Have you ever performed for Ukrainian armed forces?
I can say that we perform directly for soldiers, for example, but in Chernivtsi, all our concerts that we was doing twice a year and another times when was smaller concerts, it was like a charity, and all money we gather it, we put these guys for their needs, because they have needs every moment. Like, for example, today you have a car, but then you are in a battle and you don't have a car, so we bought one car for our guy, and second and help to buy another car for the second our member. So all that we are doing now is for them, to help them.
I also remember a couple of performances directly for soldiers who were not yet at the front line, but in a couple of weeks they were sent to the front line. So yes, so it was at the beginning of the war. So it was very, touching as well, and it was, again, we were just completely proud of them.
What was the emotion of the soldier?
After war, we had that concert for them, for that soldiers. They had preparing camp to go further to take part in battle, and that was so hard to have a concert, because we could see that eyes were brave but sad, and all of that guys, they were recording our concert. They could see that what they loved most of all.
What is the Ukrainian victory, especially for you?
Oh, it's really so hard. I want to cry. Sorry.
Okay, that's my opinion. Actually, you can disagree with me, but for us, we haven't got aggression for that people. We're defending ourselves and that territory that they occupied. So we want to have this territory back. All this border since 1991. It will be the first step for us to make the point of victory. But it seems to me that I don't know how many years should pass to make even this stages. Yeah.
So I want to say that for me is like Russia people and Russia just leave us alone and don't interrupt in our life in all fields of life. So just for us, just live our life as we want without any interruption in any area.
As a result of the things you just mentioned, of course, this is priority. And then we are waiting so much for our people to come back, because family members, friends, our theater members who are like family to us, and we are praying for them every day. We mention them at our every concert, and we just want them to come back and to be with us again.
It's so important to understand that sentence that Yulia just mentioned, that they have, Russia, they have so big territory of their country, and there is not good life in that territory. There are a couple of cities where the money exists, and that's all. All another territory is so bad for living. They don't have good life. and please get out hands of our country. Yeah, we have some arguments inside of our country, but it's our arguments. So people of the west side of country couldn't understand people from the east side of country. But actually, it's our problem. We could solve them by ourselves. We don't need anyone help and any advices and interruption and advices. Yeah, so leave us alone. Live their own life.
Thank you for the answer. And I just want to ask you, as people who having lots of performance, lots of concerts all around the world, in Europe, in North America, is it important to bring some Ukrainians' idea and Ukrainians' point of view through the music to the foreign people?
So not only through the music, we would say through everything. We need to do it because it's very important that people understand how enormous the problem is and how do we care and how do we suffer from it. So yes, and music is just one way to share it. Music, communication, and every possible way, because because usually or often it's convenient for people to wear pink eyeglasses and just to think that, okay, majority of Russians, they just don't support their president, they are against the war. Unfortunately, it's not the case. A lot of people don't understand it. Unfortunately, it is like this. Majority of them, they just support this aggression, this terrible war, and we are just one of the million ways to share it and to say that we are still suffering and it touches everyone in Ukraine. So yeah, but we should do it in every possible way we can.
You know that for many years Russia told everyone that Ukraine is nothing. Ukraine don't have their culture. Ukrainians they are like Russian. They are the same, but it's not. And our songs show it, because, for example, the song that are 100 years old, and they are talking about the same things, about our enemies, about our Cossacks who are defenders. So we have the same enemies now again. So that's why it's very important to tell everyone, look, this is our culture, this is our songs, and that's why.
Thank you for everything what you're doing. I want to remind our listeners that Gerdan was here in Canada, in Victoria, BC. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, and we wait for you at our concert.
Thank you so much. Thank you.